guys, and welcome to another video on Sonata's life. So we are now officially halfway through this year's G1 and it is crazy what's been happening so far. I sort of thought I'd do this video as a little update to sort of say what's been happening, what to expect, and sort of what my views have been on this year's G1 so far. So obviously I think it's been about 2 weeks, and I said this in my last video, which was after the first two matches, like first 2 day of matches. It has been an amazing show, and luckily for me and for New Japan fans, it has not changed. Since those first two shows, the quality of matches, the quality of shows has just been such a high standard, and that's sort of exciting and scary at the same time, because I know that I'm going to be doing loads of content, especially towards the end of the G1, sort of what are my favourite matches, who are my MVPs, and it almost feels like every night there is at least 2 or 3 matches that could get on that list. And come on, normally you just do the top 10. What am I going to do? Am I going to do a top 50? Am I just going to rank all of the matches? But as a New Japan fan, that's absolutely amazing. And personally for me, I'm just going to go through my standout matches so far. So obviously my top first match has to be Naito versus Sonata. Not just because it was on my birthday. It was a match that going into it, even before the dates were revealed, it was a match I was looking forward to. Like, after everything that's gone on in the past few months with Los Ingobernables de Japón, it was always going to be such an exciting match. And if you think about it, last year, Sonata beat a champion in Okada in that amazing match. This year, the stakes almost seemed higher. So not only was Sonata going against the Intercontinental and Heavyweight double champion in Naito, but Naito is the leader of Los Ingobernables de Japón. Naito is Sonata's pareja. Like, I don't know how much higher stakes it could be. And especially going into this match, they had both very contrasting starts to the G1. So Naito had been on a winning streak. He had won every match. He had done some really high quality main event matches. Sonata, on the other hand, he'd had loss after loss. He lost to Yoshihashi. He lost to Goto. He literally had lost every single match. Luckily, and I had my fingers crossed for him the entire time, luckily Sonata won this match. It was an amazing bout that was fast and dynamic, but not in the sense that it was choppy. There was light and shade to it, so there was moments where both guys were on the mat doing submissions, but then there was times where they were high flying. There was a bit of jokes from Sonata and Naito, and it was, Sonata tried to hit a Destino. It was great. And at the end, we got to see all of the stadium, so it was all dimmed out and all of the fans had the lights on. And not only was it the perfect way for my birthday to go, but for so many fans it was nice to see Sonata get that big win, but also to see at the end both Naito and Sonata put the LIJ fist bump to know that, you know what, fingers crossed that everything is going to be okay in LIJ. But apart from that, there have been some amazing matches on the other night. So Okada versus Minoru Suzuki. It had a weird ending, but for me it was reminiscent of their bout at Royal Quest that I saw. It was sort of like a condensed version with both their styles, and we nearly got to see a Rainmaker, which is something that we haven't seen a lot. Then there are matches that universally, like everyone has said, is amazing. So we had Ishii versus Shingo Takagi. Shingo Takagi versus Ospreay, which I think it got such a high rating from Dave Meltzer, because not only was there an amazing match, but there was a nice bit of storytelling in it, and the fact that they both came into the company as juniors, and they've had different success rates as heavyweights. Obviously, Will Ospreay beat Shingo in the Best of Juniors. Since then, Ospreay has got the Red Pro Heavyweight title. Shingo had the Never title, but lost it to his first heavyweight opponent. So it was almost like they both were on different levels going into this. And Shingo got the win in a match that combined their junior heavyweight past, their heavyweight present. And I was just really happy that Shingo got his win. And apart from the amazing matches, oh, I almost forgot. I want to give a special shout out to the Tai Chi versus Ishii match that was on yesterday. Honestly, the two bring out the best and worst in each other, which is a really weird thing to say. But, Tai Chi only tried to be sneaky twice. There was, one low blow and, using the bell ring. But apart from that, it was a fairly clean match. And those two, I could watch them wrestle all the time, because they are actually two very different wrestlers. But when they get in the ring, they combine speed and strength and agility, which is amazing. And apart from the amazing matches, I feel like I don't want to just list off loads of matches. The wrestlers themselves have been amazing. The G1 is a grueling tournament. It goes over a month, matches nearly every day. And obviously there are some guys who are natural standouts. So Naito has had some amazing matches. Jay White's had some great matches. Ibushi and Ospreay have had some standout matches. But I kind of want to give a shout out to Yujiro Takahashi and Yoshihashi in this video. Yujiro has not won a single match yet. He has been that fall guy. But this is the first time in a long time that we've seen Yujiro in big singles matches against some top guys. Okada, Suzuki, yes, he's lost them. But this is only just going to be experience for him. And hopefully New Japan at some point will find something for him to do. And you know what? Give him another title shot, whether it's the open weight singles or the tag ones. Yoshihashi's the same. He picked up that win over Sonata. But apart from that, he had losses. But if you haven't watched it, watch his match against Hiroshi Tanahashi, because it proved that why Tanahashi is the ace. Not only does he put on amazing matches, he's loved by fans, but he can bring out the best in people. Like, there was a time during that match that I thought Yoshihashi was actually going to beat Tanahashi. I mean, obviously everyone's going to probably shouting at the screen, how could Yoshihashi beat the ace? It could happen. I still have dibs on that Yoshihashi might beat Naito. So yeah, people that we don't normally expect, they are having the chance to show themselves. Show off that, like, what they can do. And even guys like Jeff Cobb, and even Shingo, who have not maybe been getting as many points, they are doing amazing. And they are putting on matches that will definitely be remembered. And obviously, if I'm going to talk about guys who are doing amazing, Tomohiro Ishii. Like Jeff Cobb and Shingo, not been getting too many points. But if I had, like I said, this whole going back to the idea of a list of top matches, most of Ishii's matches could easily be in there. From his match with Suzuki, Shingo, Ospreay, Tai Chi. Like, maybe I should just do a list ranking all of Ishii's matches at the end of this. That's a good idea. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if he's going to win. Like, I'd love him to win, especially after all these performances. But I think unless he now wins every single match, I don't think that's going to happen. But at the end of it, people are going to remember Ishii. They're going to go, you know what? You know who had an amazing G1? Tomohiro Ishii. And I think, while I'm talking about it so far, shall we have a little update on my predictions and how they're going? Yeah, not very well. I didn't, purposefully, I didn't do the block matches because I'm awful at them. And it pretty much shows. My pick for A block was Jay White. And you know what? I thought, it's going great. Unlike last year where he lost the first three. He won the first three and I was like, great, this might be like an undefeated thing. And then he went and lost 2 in a row to Will Ospreay and Jeff Cobb. Now, I mean, he might easily just come back and win the rest to get to the final again, but I can't see that happening because he's still got Minoru Suzuki to go up against. He's got Tomohiro Ishii. These are like big guys, and they're people that are not going to take Jay and Gato's rubbish on the side. So, I mean, like, you saw his match against Jeff Cobb. Cobb literally used Gato and threw him on Jay. I feel like this is something that Suzuki and Ishii would probably take some advice from. And then my B block was Sonata. So obviously, he's got that win. He's going to have that shot at either the IWGP Heavyweight or IC title. But like I said with Jay, unless he now comes out and wins every match, I don't know what's going to happen. And then that means that I'm probably going to be completely wrong. And unlike last year where at least I had Jay in the final, yeah, I'm probably just not going to do it. But make sure you let me know in the comments how you're doing. So that's sort of my look at the first half of the G1. But remember, there's still so much more to come. We've got Okada versus Ishii. That's going to be amazing. Jay White versus Minoru Suzuki. I mean, they're 2 of my favourite wrestlers in the world. Like, that's going to be great. Then in the B block, we've got Evil versus Sonata. So that's going to be really interesting because after Evil left LIJ, Hiromu, Shingo and Naito, they made comments about this in backstage. Sonata's not actually said anything, which is surprising because Sonata was Evil's tag team partner. There's got to be something going on there. Like, in Sonata's head, he must have some thoughts on it. And we know that Sonata speaks through his actions rather than words, so maybe this is going to be his chance. We've also got Yano versus Naito, which I'm looking forward to, mainly because last year Yano beat Naito and never got that shot at the IC title. What if Yano beats Naito this year? Maybe he doesn't win the G1, but he's still going to get a chance. Can you imagine Naito and Yano in a match for the heavyweight title? So yeah, that was my little look at the G1. Like I said, that was a quick look at what's to come, what has already happened. It is going to be an amazing rest of the tournament. I am So excited to see what happens. It is literally anybody's game. Chris Charlton wrote in a tweet that nobody is undefeated at the moment, and that's the first time in so many years. And that's going to make it exciting, because a few shows ago, not weeks ago, there was Tai Chi, Jay, Naito. They were all undefeated and like the front runners. Now anyone could literally come out and win the block. Anyone could win the entire tournament. So make sure you let me know in the comments who you think's going to win, what your favourite matches of the tournament are, and what matches you're looking forward to. Have they changed your predictions? I know as much as mine should probably change, I'm still rooting for Sonata and for Jay. And hopefully some of you out there are rooting for them too. So as always, make sure to like this video, subscribe, follow me on social media at wrestling_chat, and enjoy the next few weeks of G1. I will see you soon. Bye guys!